Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because, well, we are tackling a massive, industry-shaking shift in global procurement. For years, sourcing bags in China was basically treated like a straightforward hunt for the absolute lowest possible price. But as we step into 2026, I need you to know that that old playbook isn't just outdated. Actually, scratch that. It is entirely obsolete. We have officially entered what we are calling the compliance-first era. So what does this all mean? It means today's sourcing is a race for sustainability. Environmental compliance is no longer just a nice-to-have marketing buzzword. It is a hard, non-negotiable requirement. If your supply chain hasn't adapted to these strict new global standards, you're not just falling a little behind. You literally might find yourself locked out of the market entirely.
Take a look at this quote. The regulatory landscape for bags has tightened, ensuring water-repellent coatings do not contain harmful forever chemicals. For decades, PFAS, these so-called forever chemicals, were just the industry standard for making backpacks and luggage water-resistant, right? Well, the death of PFAS is finally here. North American and European buyers are drawing a really hard line in the sand. Banning these chemicals is fundamentally reshaping how brands procure materials. It's forcing buyers to intensely scrutinize every single layer of their supply chain to ensure complete environmental compliance. So, to help you navigate all this, today's explainer is broken down into 4 clear parts. 1. The 2026 compliance-first era. 2. China's 3 manufacturing hubs. 3. The top 7 2026 bag suppliers. And 4. The modern procurement workflow. All right, let's just jump right into it.
Section 1. The 2026 compliance-first era. It's time to talk about moving towards smart manufacturing.
Okay, first things first, we have to completely shatter that old illusion of generic sourcing. You can no longer just hop onto some B2B marketplace, type in backpack, and blindly pick the cheapest option. No way. The new baseline you need to know is GRS, or the Global Recycled Standard. Basically, this is a crucial certification for manufacturers who use recycled materials like rPET fabrics, which are made from recycled plastics, in their actual production. For 2026, this is a hard, strict market requirement for most major Western buyers. Here's a crazy fact to put that into perspective. Suppliers who don't have GRS or similar ESG certifications are currently watching their Western export contracts drop by up to 40%. It's wild. If your factory isn't certified, they simply can't prove their sustainability claims, and buyers are walking away.
We are seeing a massive shift away from that old lowest price race to the bottom. You know the one. It usually resulted in toxic materials and custom shipments getting rejected at the border. Now we're operating on a total cost of ownership model. This basically means your competitive edge is dictated by looking at the whole picture. Quality consistency, the factory's R&D capabilities, and, absolutely crucial for 2026, those ESG certifications. Listen, paying just a few cents more per unit for a factory that guarantees PFS-free materials, that's going to save you from absolutely devastating compliance fines and brand damage down the road. It's a no-brainer.
Section 2. China's 3 manufacturing hubs. Let's look at the map.
Before you even start Googling specific factory names, you need to think like an experienced sourcing agent. And they look at regions, because manufacturing in China is deeply clustered like a giant puzzle. There are 3 primary geography hubs you absolutely need to memorize. First up is Guangzhou, specifically the Huaidou and Shilin areas. This is the undisputed global center for fashion and leather goods, so perfect for high-end boutique projects. Next, we have Zhejiang, particularly Pinghu and Wenzhou. This is the absolute powerhouse if you need hardshell suitcases and massive luggage orders. And finally, Fujian, centered around Quanzhou and Xiamen. If you're looking for high-efficiency polyester supply chains for things like sports, outdoor gear, or tactical backpacks, this is your go-to hub. Knowing this layout prevents rookie mistakes. I mean, you wouldn't ask a premium leather handbag factory to stitch together a highly technical outdoor backpack, right?
Section 3. The top 7 2026 bag suppliers. Let's meet the key players. Now, these 7 players on the screen, they weren't just picked out of a hat. They absolutely dominate their specific niches and hold rigorous export certifications like BSCI and ISO 9091. For example, check out Kingson's over in Guangzhou. They are pretty much unmatched for tech brands needing smart bags. Think backpacks with built-in USB charging ports or even solar panels. Yes, they sit at a higher price point, but their proprietary patents offer massive differentiation in the market. Now, scan down the list to Zhejiang Inzu. They operate these massive, highly automated production lines for hardshell luggage. If you're a big retail chain buying full container loads, or FCL, their cost efficiency and cool tech, like silent wheels, are exactly what you're looking for. But keeping our focus dialed in on that huge 2026 sustainability mandate,
I really want to shine a spotlight on two specific manufacturers, Hanlin Bag and Konghei Bag. Both of these guys are located in the Fujian hub. So, why are they so critical right now? Because they have heavily integrated those GRS-certified RPET fabrics directly into their supply chains. Hanlin totally excels at heavy-duty educational and sports backpacks, complete with really rigorous zipper and load-bearing testing. Konghei, on the other hand, focuses on functional, tactical, and medical bags, where strict material safety and water resistance standards are completely non-negotiable. If you need incredibly durable bags that also meet all the new eco laws, these two are definitely leading the pack. And hey, for all the e-commerce and Amazon sellers tuning in with us today, suppliers like Slonier, who specialize in awesome vintage leather and canvas, and YCT Bag, who are incredible for versatile multi-category custom runs, are what we call completely Amazon-ready. They truly understand the super strict requirements of fulfillment by Amazon. They'll handle the FNSKU labeling, the polybagging with those mandatory suffocation warnings, and they even optimize the master cartons to save you from Amazon's punishing FBA storage fees. Trust me, having a supplier who already gets this is a huge operational advantage. Section 4, the modern procurement workflow. Let's talk about execution. So how do you actually secure these compliant, eco-friendly bags and make sure you mitigate your risk during production? Well, you need a highly disciplined system. The old method of just emailing a blurry photo to a supplier and hoping for the best, yeah, that's a recipe for a very expensive disaster today. The modern 2026 workflow is broken down into 3 strict phases. Phase 1 is your tech pack and request for quotation. Phase 2 is prototyping and sampling. And Phase 3 is supplier verification and audits. Let's walk through exactly what each of these demands.
Looking at Phase 1, professional 2026 manufacturers expect a deeply comprehensive tech pack. You must define your material specs crystal clearly. Are you using standard 600D polyester, or do you need the extreme heavy-duty durability of 1680D ballistic nylon? You also have to be specific about your hardware. Don't just write zippers on a spec sheet. Specify if you require actual YKK zippers or a very specific plating finish on the metal. Finally, detail the critical dimensions, like the exact internal millimeter measurements for a laptop sleeve, and any specific load-bearing requirements. Precision in this phase is what guarantees your environmental and quality compliance later on.
Once your super detailed tech pack is submitted, you move into Phase 2, sampling. Traditionally, this was a headache. You'd pay a couple $100, wait weeks for a physical sample to be mailed across the world, only to open the box and find out a strap is a ½ inch in the wrong place. Not anymore. Leading factories are now utilizing 3D digital sampling using advanced software like CLO 3D. They can render a photorealistic, physically accurate 3D model of your bag on screen. This entirely replaces multiple physical iterations with quick software tweaks, which cuts your costs and speeds up design approval from literally weeks down to just a few days. It is a total game changer.
Finally, we reach Phase 3, verification. Listen, before you pay that standard 30% deposit, you must verify everything. Ask the factory salesperson for a live video audit. Have them physically walk you through their production line and their raw material warehouse while on camera. Second, utilize third-party agencies like VTrust or Kima for a during-production inspection, often called DUPRO. This catches errors on the line before the whole batch is boxed up and that final 70% payment is due. And crucially, check their Chinese business license. Look specifically at their business scope. If you want to work with a real factory, it must explicitly say production or manufacturing. If it doesn't, you're almost certainly dealing with a middleman trading company that probably lacks the specialized machinery and oversight you need.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a rather provocative thought to chew on. Are your 2026 products truly PFAS-free, or is your supply chain hiding in the past? This compliance-first era regarding sustainability isn't just some upcoming trend you can ignore. It is the absolute current reality of the global bag market. But by understanding the regional manufacturing hubs, partnering with transparent suppliers who champion things like GRS certifications, and using a rigorous modern workflow, you can ensure your products are both highly profitable and perfectly compliant. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this critical shift. Keep focused, keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.